Kaya, our protagonist, is a normalish teenage girl when she and her stepbrother get sucked into another universe. After going through the portal, the two land in separate areas, and Kaya is discovered by Aiton and two other natives. The natives rescue her, and she later finds out that her brother has been captured by Brazil, the evil dictator of this world, which also happens to be her father. Thus she decides that she must save her brother and get back home, saving the natives' world in the process. Atea states that the only way to portal through worlds is with the medallion, which has been broken up into bits and pieces and scattered all over their world, and she must assemble the medallion by first finding the receptacle so she can pick up and claim the 7 runes. Runes are pure energy and can only be touched by the one who wields the receptacle. She battles through an army of Woofin, which is basically the result of Brazil's attempt of making his own army of aggressive fairies so he can finally get into FairyCon. Kaya scours the forest and finds the receptacle after chasing a big bird down a slide for it. After claiming the receptacle, that coincidentally fits perfectly in her belt, she starts hunting down the runes so she can get her brother and go back home. She collects runes from the roots, the forest, Hunter's Domain, and the quarry. Meanwhile this is happening, Master Uguay manages to get kidnapped by the hunter, which Kaya later knocks him into the void, killing him. With the rescue of Atea, he tells of how he overheard discussion of her brother's whereabouts. It is told that her brother is located near the Fairy Converter 9000 in Brazil's laboratory, which they believe to be at the end of the Amber Transit in the quarry. Aiton, the dude that saved you at the start of the game, offers to help guide you through the Amber Transit to save your brother. Kaya rushes to the quarry and transits through the Amber Transit to finally rescue her brother. Upon getting to the end of the transit, she is met by Aiton, which supposedly took a shortcut. He walks you through a tunnel and betrays you. Brazil's laboratory was never there. It was a trap so Brazil could capture Kaya and steal the medallion. Kaya escapes and returns to a native city that has been burned and all the natives captured. She chases a flying ship that refuses to fly away with all the natives, and she saves them. After the betrayal, they learn of Brazil's laboratory's location on a forgotten island, which is only accessible by air cannon. Kaya goes and collects the 5th rune from the airpost and gets shot to the forgotten island where she finds the 6th rune. After collecting the 6th rune, she finds an elevator nearby that leads to Brazil's laboratory. Here she finds her brother, but it's too late. She watches as her brother turns into a 15-foot tall cosplay of the Fenris Wolf. Kaya beats the shit out of him and convinces him to stop cosplaying as a descendant of the Elder God Set. The two end up going back to Native City. Frank works on building an altar and Kaya works on getting the medallion back and the final rune from Brazil's lair. Now knowing what she has to do, Kaya marches towards the fortress only to walk into another trap.
Are you serious?
She wakes up in a cage where her father has imprisoned her. He steals the medallion and explains his backstory, how his kind were wiped out on his homeworld, so he fled to Earth and started a family, making Kaya half alien. Brazil then leaves for his fortress to collect the final rune and to leave the natives' world to conquer others. Kaya escapes and rushes to the fortress to stop her father before it's too late. Kaya fights and slides her way through her father's fortress and beats the shit out of Aiton, now the most powerful Woofin, and lets him drown in lava. She slides up to the top of the fortress and confronts him for the final time. She steals the medallion, which now has all 7 runes, and roundhouse kicks him in the face off a cliff into lava. Now having the full assembled medallion, she elevates to Native City and says her goodbyes. Here Master Splinter comments that Brazil was the only one who knew how to pick a destination using the medallion. Knowing this, Kaya decides to play Portal Roulette and use the medallion to open up a portal to what they hope is home. The portal opens and they fall into what seems to be a desert. Kaya and her stepbrother get up and... Whoa, wait, is that it?